act up. All right, y'all. Hello. I had to turn my fan on. I hope it ain't too loud. We'll find out. But you know, I like me a little fan, okay? I be hot up in here, okay? Anyway, welcome back to From the Streets to Glory. I apologize for yesterday. I got to have my days off. You know, I do a lot of things. I feel like this fan is loud. Is this fan loud? Is it just close? Let's turn it down. All right, let's get into some things. I know. Oh shit. What happened yesterday? I don't even know. I'm just happy to be here. I hope you happy to be here. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. This Wednesday was a little tough for me, but it wasn't no thing. I got through it. I kept a smile on my face and I did not act ugly, okay? As much as I wanted to, I did not. So, first things first, we got to get into our fashion segment. This one won't be long. Nobody really stepped out over the last few days. And plus, the weekend, it was so much going on the weekend, I think everybody's kind of taking a rest. But I got a few things that I want to redeem, so we'll get straight into it, okay? I'm Miss Ashley. Thank you for being here whenever you get here. So first things first on our fashion segment, okay? Miss Lauryn Hill, okay? Now, I'm bringing up Lauryn Hill again. We know we just saw her at the Grammys, but besides the Grammys and going to court, I have not seen Lauryn Hill. So seeing her twice or just being out casually means a lot to me. I think she looks great. I'm gonna let her move a little bit for you. Okay. Navy suit jacket, leather collar. I really like that. Wearing her own shirt. That's a picture of her, okay? Her Fuji days. And also these extensions. I really like these extensions. I'm calling them extensions because I know her ain't get along that fast. Maybe it did. Maybe she been rapping it and I just didn't see it. But Miss Lauryn here, I think she looks great. Her makeup has been together. None of that funny rouge stuff. It looked like she got her artist together, and she got to wear dark lips. I love her dark lips, okay? And the glasses. We haven't seen her eyes. We didn't see her eyes at the Grammys either, but okay. And I had to bring this man back, John Baptiste, okay? He's a great singer, a great artist. But the creator of this jacket is the important person. Let me read to you, okay? These iconic looks were brought to life with museum grade couture house. Go, I'm trying to say it right. Go HS official. I discovered in Taiwan. Gogo is a true master and pastor. He's a master and pastor who designed this piece with God in mind. So, once I read that, I was like, oh, I really got to look at it again. It gave me Michael Jackson vibes. I really think it's great, tailored and detailed, okay? Chunky as it is, it doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look out of place. It still looks like it fits him so well. Let's get to the back. Nope. Wait a minute. I want them to show you the back. But this is a masterpiece. This is a one of a kind. It's something that you wear probably once and put it up, and hopefully you get to sell it, okay? He said he created it with God in mind, with the big G, okay? Y'all learn to stop writing God with a little G. Who taught you? We'll get into that in a minute. Let's finish our fashion segment. And we can't always do high fashion and couture and runway. We got to get into everyday looks, especially with our artists. And the baby is the baby. But I think he put a little effort into this. I don't know if he's doing a shoot or he's shooting a video with all the chrome. What is this? Is this I had the name. Anyway, I like the red leather. I like the hat to match. I also like the pants. Okay, I guess they chrome hearts. I don't know. Probably. There's so much going on. I don't know. But I do like the look. I like when guys put on some clothes, and I appreciate it. Shout out to the baby. Okay. Cece and Russell stepped out. Now, they the only ones who really gave me some looks this weekend, but I like how they look. Russell looks good. I like his fade. You know, he got some of that look good hair, so it looks nice. And I also like Sierra's. I don't know if this is velvet black, but I also like the collar on it, and I also like the bell bottoms. I think she looks great. Sierra really doesn't go wrong. She looks so good. Ooh, she look good. And you can see the label in the light. I don't know if it's Gucci or Fendi. It looked like Gucci prints. And then I came across Whoopi Goldberg. I haven't seen Whoopi Goldberg in a minute. I haven't watched the show either. But I love Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg, especially in Black History Month. Shout out to Black History Month. Whoopi Goldberg is such a treasure, and I think we won't really appreciate her until it's too late. I hate to say that, God forbid, but she is such a treasure. You know what I mean? She doesn't get enough. I don't think she gets enough praise now. You know, the older generations will have her on things and talk about her life and stuff like that, but she did a little fashion show. I don't know where she was going for Interview Magazine. Okay, cloak. And you know she liked her little walking cane. Okay, I'm gonna give me one too. Okay, Gucci print. And she looks so good. Uh-huh. She looks good. Yeah, that is so beautiful. The color, the oversized coat, the pointy orange heel. Yes. Mm-hmm. And then the embroidery, the material of this jacket is nice too. It looked like it's been yarn together. Okay, she looks good. But Whoopi reminds me of my family. My family, yeah, like Madonna came out. Okay, Madonna is Madonna. Madonna got on what Madonna would wear, but I can't say Madonna looks good. Just like Kris Jenner. After a while, I guess it was drooping. It wasn't looking good, but she went and got that full face pulled back, and she looks good. I mean, she looks clean for Madonna. She doesn't look as dirty as she usually looks. So what? I said it. Yeah. I love the jacket. I love the glasses. I love the gloves, of course. And Candy looks great. Thank you for the information. The dress and jacket is Etage. The boots is Rick Owens. The bangles is Lolita Jewelry. The sunglasses 12 p.m. Studios. And the fur is FGM Bespoke. Okay. She was styled by 1800 D Hawk. Shout out to them. I feel like she's perfect. I have nothing to say. Last time she looked so good with that bob and that dress on, but I did not like that flap. This time around, 10 all across. I like the funkiness of it. I like the hipness of it. I like the offset colors. I like the all the warm tones too. You know what I mean? And I like how they layered it. You know, most people wouldn't think to put those colors together. So shout out to the stylist, okay? Yeah. She looked good without the glasses or with the glasses. Shout out to Candy. All right. And I brought Killer Mike one because this is Killer Mike. This is great for Killer Mike. Killer Mike always looks like this. I've seen him in a couple of suits, but I actually like him in his jogging suits, okay? But his wife looks great. I love her dress. Look, he brought it up. We missed him, so we gonna have to talk about him, okay? He was at the Grammys too. I love his wife dress. I like the embellishment. I like the peekaboo see through. I also think she compliments him very well and he knows it, okay? I like the blonde on her with the smudge roots. Good job. Y'all look like a beautiful couple. And Kiki Palmer. Now, with Kiki Palmer, I really came here for this hair and makeup. I really came here for this hair and makeup. Okay. Now Kiki Palmer looks great. I like this little blush pale pink that she has on. I like the fur arms, of course, but it's this makeup and her shortcut. I'm so glad she did it. I'm so glad she did it, and I like that she's darkened it up. She was red or it was that gingery color all over, but I like the dark on it. It's a little bit more. Uh what is it? Just a little bit more mysterious, a little more edgier. You know what I'm saying? But I like that glam on it. I like that they left the little highlights on the end. Okay, good for your stylist. I think this is the best she's looked in a few days, but she's looked good over a time, really good. But I really like this look. Gabrielle Union. I mean, I haven't seen her in a while. I do not like this wig. I think it looks like she's doing a movie or something. She looks like she's in the office. I don't know. I mean, great pieces, but uh, I just don't think they do anything for her. That's all. We can't never say they're not beautiful people. And Alandria, if you didn't see this yesterday, this was beautiful. And I appreciate the hair. I'm so mad, y'all. I did not have the conversation about the lady cutting my hair off. If you was here Wednesday, my hair was longer than this, okay? When I flat ironed it. Then my fro was bigger. I used to have to pat it together because it's really a mullet. She cut all my hair off. But I'm not gonna fuss. It's been about a week. I'm over it. I just didn't say nothing. I mean, what can I say about Leandra? She looks good. She looks good. Body looks perfect. Hair looks perfect. Makeup looks perfect. I appreciate it. I like that how unique this is. I wish I could see how it's on if she has straps back there, but she looks good. Perfecto. And last but not least, we got into some belts. Now, belts and buckle is nothing new, okay? But the way that they stacked these was intriguing to me. And I said, I kind of like that. I like how they stack them belts like that. It's a Dior, a Celine, Jacqueline Alexandria. So all type of labels, and I just like the belts. And then I was thinking too, remember when we did these buckles? They wasn't labels, but remember when we did these buckles? So are we bringing the buckles back or what? Okay, I remember when we had our names on them and we had your initials and stuff on it. Yeah, but that stack of belts was nice. That right there caught my eye. I enjoy it. I like it. Okay. Hey, Cora. Hi, family. Okay. So, next things next. We should talk about Sherri Shepherd being fired. Okay. Well, fired. Well, she didn't even announce it, which was the big deal that she didn't get to announce her own leaving. And we know Kelly Clarkson got to. But Lonnie Love brought it up because she was mad about that. She like, why is everybody spreading the news, but she don't get to announce that she was leaving? So I was wondering, is daytime TV over, or the daytime shows just not resonating with the new culture since we got YouTube and podcasts and stuff like that? So let's get into what Sherri said. So y'all agree. Lonnie Love says Sherri Shepherd should have been given the courtesy to announce her show's ending like Kelly Clarkson did. Okay. I'm going to read it, then I'm going to just say something. Sherri should have been given the courtesy to announce her show's end instead of an article announcing it, just like Kelly got to announce her shows in. It's not like The Real, which was a panel show, but this was a solo hosted show. and it was, or the production company could have at least made a joint announcement as a producer and host. Seeing cancel stamped all over your picture is depressing, especially when the show was having good ratings. Only onward and upward from this. So Lonnie Love sent that to Sherry Shepherd. I mean, I feel for Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd was good, but I don't think we ever really got into it. Can we be honest? Can we be honest? I think we love Sherry Shepherd because we've known her all this time and being funny and being on shows. And I think they were so hell bent on feeling Wendy's spot that they thought that she can just come in and do it. Okay, she funny. We can give her the stuff and she go from there. But I did not like that they just took Wendy's whole just stilo. Like they didn't change anything. They didn't. I mean, it was really Wendy, but they changed the names. Now let's be for real. The setup, the way it went, the dressing, the walking out, all that type of stuff. So I'm sure Wendy's happy, but it just didn't connect. I don't know. And maybe they going into a hipper, younger direction. I don't know. I don't know what daytime TV is doing. I like what's the black lady name that we was talking about, Cora? And I said they better not cancel her. Who had Jamal Bryant wife on her? Short hair. We see her all the time. I love her. I think she's a great daytime host. Kelly Clarkson, she was okay. I love when she sing no matter what. I am a Kelly Clarkson fan. And who else is there? Kelly Clarkson, Sherry Shepherd, whenever she come to mind, the other black lady with the short hair, and Drew Barrymore. Okay. Now Drew Barrymore is white people's sweetheart. So her ratings and what she doing over there ain't got nothing to do with us. Okay. I think Sherry just didn't resonate enough with the white folks, and she didn't connect enough with the black folks. So sorry, Shepherd. Sherry, we'll see you next time. Onward and upward, just like Lonnie said. But anyway, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'm trying to get some of the little people out the way, because so we can get to our big stuff, okay? So if you've been paying attention over the last few hours, matter of fact, let's do this first. Pause. This is Glorilla's sister. Okay, I've seen her in a few pictures. Besides that, we haven't had, no real dialogue of her talking or sitting down with her sisters, or even, I don't think I even seen her in a video before. But she came out talking, and I don't know what pissed her off. You know how it go in the family. But this is what she said. We're going to read it first because I think she said something first, because then she said, I'm going to go live. So her name is Scarface Woods. This is Glorilla's sister. And she said, and our parents are not straight. Our dad just borrowed $100 from our mom. Y'all think y'all know shit about, but don't. Remember, this her right, not me talking. I had to give my mom $1,800 on a $2,400 rent because y'all favorite rapper blocked her. I'm tired of being quiet. Say, I'll really go live and expose y'all favorite rapper. Same mom, same dad, 10 siblings. Y'all think she this upright ass person when she really not ain't FWU, ain't F with them, I guess, since she got on. And I'm constantly getting acknowledgement for being her sister, and she ain't even F with you at all. Glorilla Woods, call my bluff. It's been 4 years. Why the media haven't seen your siblings? And don't say because you protecting us, because we still in Memphis. It's because you talk about our struggles and you don't F with us. Nah, let's clock. She ain't say clock it. She said, nah, let's clock it. Okay, now let's listen to what she said. Wait a minute.
Y'all may have talked about y'all favorite rapper. Y'all favorite rapper ain't shit, and I'm getting tired of it. Y'all mad fuck? Y'all talking about some she ain't obligated. How the fuck she ain't obligated when she want to sit here and all them interviews and talk about the struggles we been through and then reach back and help none of us out, but got her friends around and shit. And my mama still working at FedEx. Y'all better get the fuck out of my face. Y'all man, I'm talking about y'all favorite rapper.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I thought she was gonna be talking longer, so I ate some. So Glorilla Friend jumped in it, and she said, "Oops, Glorilla Friend's backup dancer." Let me finish. I don't want to be rude. Backup dancer responds to her sister says she tried to sell stories about Glow to the media. That's what she said her sister did. Try to sell stories to the media. Keep door dashing. Where was y'all at when she was homeless? I don't know. Okay, Scarface Woods, you telling everybody, but when you tried to inbox TMZ, Memphis Media, Shade Room, and all type of shit trying to sell stories about her just to make your sister look like something she not, this S backfired on you. Maybe you should go with plan B and keep door dashing because after that ish she shouldn't even look your way. That shit embarrassing. It be your own family. Y'all steady saying this between family. It was supposed to be between family. Then if y'all got on the whole family group chat, why come to the internet? If it was just for family, I don't want to hear S, especially Glorilla Woods. You one of them ones. God ain't took his hands off of you. Yet your mom ain't named you hallelujah for nothing. Blah blah blah. the FH, the FH move around, and since y'all want to say this between family, that's Bo they blood cousin. Mm-mm. If anybody got an MFing problem with me, putting my 2 cents in this, meet me at uh Egypt, right? Nah, girl, that feel so big. Okay, let's get to the point, okay? So everybody problems was everybody felt like why do she got to provide? Why do she got to help them and all that type of stuff? Now, she does not have to. We all know that that's a fact. She does not have to. I understand her sister said, if you seeing us struggling and you know all the trash we went through, why haven't you helped? This is what her sister's saying. We know that's not true. Um, I can bet you, allegedly, they just like the rest of our family, taking advantage. She paying for things, she buying things, she going places, she doing stuff, and then y'all not getting a job. Y'all not contributing. And y'all feel like y'all could just live off of the little money that she making. You know what I'm saying? Granted, she making good money, but at the same time, distributed between 10 kids and a mama and a daddy, somebody got to do something. Okay? Now, I don't think she owe y'all nothing. I hope y'all get it together like sisters do. I don't know about the mama working at FedEx. I mean, just because you get rich and make some money, I don't think that means that you just stop, quit your job, and depend on a person. But that's Glorilla and her sister. I got six something and a brother, so I know how it go. Somebody can be telling you all day about what I did, and I can tell you 100 times it was them. So you know how that go. Hopefully they get it together. Go Glow. Now let's get into Shaboozey because I think Shaboozey is a big one and nobody really brought it up. So Shaboozey was at the Grammys. We all know that. So he won, and it's Black History Month, so you know how that go. So Shaboozey went to the Grammys. He did an acceptance speech, and he thanked the immigrants of this country. Okay, that was enough. He thanked the immigrants of this country. It's Black History Month, and FBA didn't want to hear that, and Black Americans didn't want to hear that, and we all know that that's not true. Okay, I just want to show y'all the backlash, and then I'll give my 2 cents, and then we go move on. So start. Stop talking, boy. Okay, pause, boy. Let me take this on back. Cause we just gonna do a quick stand through the speeches, only 40 seconds.
Harvey Mason, thank you so much. I have the greatest team in the world. Thank you so much. And again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally. Actually.
And that was enough for us to say, in word, are you crazy? Now, immigrants, first we had to get into the definition because you know the internet done already broke it down. Immigrants are the people leaving their country, going to another country for a better life and resources and all those things. I really don't have to take y'all to school. I know you guys are intelligent enough or mature enough to know how Black people got here, okay? And the other Africans that wasn't on them ships were still in Africa. So them descendants, they crossed that channel. We are the descendants of them, okay? I mean, our ancestors, we are the descendants of them. Only people built America was the Blacks that was already here, because some of us was here, and some of the Native Americans, but 98% of it was the Black folks, okay? We were not immigrants. We were slaves. We were taking, okay? But let Twitter get into it, because you know Twitter finna get into it, okay? So let's run down. Okay, first guy says, a boy from Virginia, a child of an immigrant, won his first Grammy last night. I'm forever grateful. Now, this is Shaboozey talking. Now, Shaboozey is a Nigerian immigrant, okay? But we all know that what made him popular was the Tipsy song. I'm from St. Louis. Jaquan is from St. Louis. Tipsy was our song, okay? Jaquan is an African-American boy or American Black boy from St. Louis, okay? So it says Shaboozey is a cosplaying tether who stole Tipsy from Jaquan. He didn't give Jaquan a shout out or acknowledgement. Him doing this is disrespectful, accepted speech. How the F did immigrants build America, but you stole the song from a Black American man? I'm just doing a run through of what the people saying. Shaboozey better hope the white country folks love him, because he just pissed Black people off on the first day of Black History Month. Okay. And they even got American Freedom Legal Fund into it. You know, this is one of the FBA people. But I guess they say we have formally sent an enforcement email to Shaboozey's connected record labels regarding statements made during the Grammys that erase freedmen history. Okay? Freedmen are not immigrants. Our ancestors forced slavery, built the country before, and so on. Okay? So they're taking it very, very literal. It was trending the other day, but it was so much going on with the Nicki Minaj's and all that type of stuff that nobody really caught it. I don't know how well Shaboozey is going to do now. Hopefully, like they said, the white people are crazy about him, because Black America has stepped back. I think we have stepped back a little bit on everything. But we'll see. Maybe he'll get to see how Black Americans really get treated. And then he'll understand. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. I hope you like and subscribe and come back. Who is next? We did Glorilla. Let's get into Corey Holcomb. Now, we know every week we know Corey Holcomb's mouth. Let's just start there. We know his mouth. That's his mouth. That's his business. That's his business. But him, I'm going to have to show you first, okay? Because I won't be able to explain it to you, because I had to try to kind of figure it out. Like, what's the problem? So, Corey Holcomb goes in on Joe Budden, argues who has the worst history of violence, okay? I tried to go and see, did Joe Budden say something about Corey Holcomb? Now they did have a moment on the pod where they discussed Corey Holcomb and Anton's fight. We talked about that when it happened. But only thing that I could see that Corey Holcomb could have got upset with was he said that something about Corey Holcomb didn't do nothing. He told him to stand up, didn't go outside or whatever. And at the end of the part, everybody got saying F him and F everybody else. So I don't know if he took that personal, but I'm finding out that they've been bickering back and forth for a minute now. Okay, when I looked up some stuff, it was stuff from times ago. So I just want y'all to see this because this is the one that they playing now.
All you guys who say what you say, I don't care what you say online. I expect you to talk about me. Yeah, Fruit Booty Buttons. They know who I'm talking about. Fruit Booty Buttons.
Okay, so he done called them Fruit Booty Buttons. Okay, like I said, you know Corey mouth. Let Corey talk.
That motherfucker say, I think he said I was a bitch ass nigga or something. Yeah, I'll be a bitch ass nigga.
Okay, so maybe he did say that on the pod. Like I said, he said he wasn't tough. I didn't get the direct rebuttal, but bitch ass niggas enough for somebody to get mad.
Online, I'm a bitch ass nigga. Man to man, I ain't no bitch ass nigga, homie. But man to man, you a serial woman beater. Everybody do the homework on Fruit Booty Buttons and all of the women that have accused him of actually beating them up since you want some heat, since you couldn't leave me alone. Everybody do the research on Fruit Booty Buttons and see how he is a serial woman beater. Fruit Booty Buttons, yeah. You and your crew talk about that since y'all need subject matter. Cause y'all.
Now, I don't know why Corey, well, like I said, they've been beefing. I don't feel like they said nothing so bad. But you know how it is when you don't fool with somebody and all they got to do is bring your name up. And it is personal because I don't fool with you, okay? So they got into abuse and who did what. And I don't know, Joe Budden brought up the situation with the lady in front of the club that everybody played that was old. But he started talking about, I don't even want to get into it, but talking about Joe Budden and one of his girlfriends having a miscarriage because he sat on her chest, or he said this is all alleged.
Y'all admit y'all watch me. I don't watch y'all. I just saw that. I saw that clip where y'all was talking.
He don't watch him. He just saw that. All right.
Crazy about me. I'm like, what? They talking crazy about me. A lot of men who mess with men and women fight women. It is my opinion that a lot of men who sleep with men and women fight women. Talking about me, calling me out my name. I know y'all ain't talking about my name, boy. What Nas say? You stay on my dick. You love my style. Y'all come with ideas for y'all show by watching me.
I didn't know he says.
But somebody said y'all comparing cases of beating women by word or the cases involving N-words. But not just that. Then Joe Budden sat down with Shannon Sharp and he brought up Nicki Minaj.
A lot of money over there.
Yes.
It's a lot of money over there. So she won't be the first or the last. Like there will be plenty more celebrity.
Yeah, for sure.
To take that check. Listen, when you on that side, they rocking.
Yeah.
They rocking. So tempting for people, I know, but my views and just how I was raised and my family that I come from. And
now let me say this. I brought this one up because I wanted to say, I just feel like Joe Budden be being a hypocrite sometimes. Because I watched enough of Joe Budden to know that it's been plenty of times he said, before he said something, I called this artist, or I called this person, I called that person. Now, when he said he was done with Nicki Minaj, he didn't say that. Him and Nicki had a real relationship for us. We can see, or they portrayed. I felt like, why couldn't you give her a courtesy call? Let her say how she got to feel, and then you display whatever you was going to say, like you do for Hove, like you did for a lot of them other big rappers. I can't tell you which part it was, but it's been a couple of times. So he brought it back up. He said, okay, she got a big check or whatever, and it's other people over there. But it's other people over there, and we know you know for a fact that some of your homeboys and your favorite rappers, okay? So that's what I'm saying about just being a hypocrite about it. I feel like if she was a man, you would have gave her the courtesy to have a conversation with it before you even had the conversation on the pod, like you've done before. I'm not lying. What? Yeah, he done. He done pissed black people off. Yeah, wrong time, Shaboozey. This must be a AI. Get out of here, Cora. I'm gonna have to show you how to block these people. You know I don't know how. And Candy did look good. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into our bigger things. Let's get into let's wait a minute. Let me look something up first before I move on, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for popping in and out. Like, subscribe. If you don't, that's fine. I appreciate your engagement and popping your head in, see what I'm doing. I do this a little bit of every day. I take a day off or two because I got too many kids in my face, okay? So every now and then they all got to get a rest. But here we go. I'm sorry. I wanted to get into real fast before we get into Nicki and the sit down, okay? I wanted to get into the R. Kelly girl survivor. Me and Cora did talk about it, and I was trying to tell her that she didn't come off as like she wanted some type of celebrityness, or like she wanted some recognition or just wanted to be in the camera. It really does seem like she really just wanted to tell her story, and maybe she needed to personally get it out since everybody has told her story. But I did watch the interview completely. I don't think you guys want to watch the interview. I mean, she didn't. Let's listen to some of the stuff. I did watch it, though. Let's start here. Because it's really the sparkle stuff. Nope, we got to go here. Here we go.
Weeks before your 17th birthday, you say, Robert told me the copies of one of the sex tapes of 14-year-old me were beginning to be sold on the streets of Chicago and across the country. Your reaction to that when you think about hearing those words from R. Kelly, that this tape is out there and you were 14 years old?
I was empty. I was very hollow inside. I was very confused, didn't know what to expect, and I was embarrassed.
Why not tell the truth in 2002 or 2008 when there was finally a trial after 6 years?
That's one of my biggest regrets, not telling the truth. But again, when I have been trained and groomed since I was age 13,
Okay, I'm going to do a quick summary. At the beginning, she talked about how the tape, R. Kelly had started telling her that the tape had got out. Then he came up and said, let's tell your parents, okay? So they had this meeting. He told the parents they was in a room by themselves, and she was waiting. She said her daddy came out, and he was crying and calling him disgusting and saying he didn't want to deal with him, whatever. But she was saying she was so brainwashed. That's the word that I wrote down and used. She was so brainwashed that she thought she was protecting R. Kelly. So she didn't tell it all, because remember, he got off at first. He would keep her in the parking lot while the trial was going on, because remember, she never came out. So, and then she was like, well, why you think he did that? But it was really to keep her in close proximity and make sure that she didn't go against him. But she was in love with him, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then she found out after he had got off the first time, she felt used. But basically, he started messing with other women, and she grew up, and he, you know what I'm saying, he was sick of it. It got old to him after he got what he wanted. Like she said, she felt used. But I did feel bad for her, though. Her parents had passed and stuff. She said her parents had saved her life. Yeah, and then she got a book, and she just wanted to tell her own story. But the big thing was in the beginning. She said she had been getting groomed since 13. She said Sparkle told her to go sit on R. Kelly's lap and rub his head and ask him to be her godfather. Now, this is all alleged. We're going to read what Sparkle had to say too. But if she did, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Even with all this Epstein stuff going on, it's like people know what people doing and what people into. You know what I'm saying? And I think she did. This is all alleged. I think she did, but she didn't think that it would go that far. I think she was teasing R. Kelly with the little girl, but the little girl and R. Kelly started doing their own thing. We know the rest of the story. But Sparkle responded. It said, Rashana Landfair, Aunt Sparkle says she's relieved her niece is free to speak her truth, denies allegations that she groomed Rashana to have inappropriate relationships with R. Kelly. I am relieved. I do need to be clear about one thing. Any suggestions that I groomed, facilitated, or enabled harm my niece is untrue and deeply painful, especially given my documented actions at the time of the and throughout. When I was informed my parents was allowing Rashana to spend unchaperoned time with R. Kelly, I immediately contacted DCFS when the tape surfaced, and the state brought charges against him in 2008. I cooperated fully and testified under oath despite immense pressure not to do so. I did this because protecting my niece from abuse and telling the truth mattered more to me than money and my career. This is the beginning of Rashana's lengthy deprogramming journey. So she's saying she's going through a deprogramming journey. So her telling her truth, it's just that she needs to be able to tell the truth, and that's the only way that she can heal. I'm just saying my 2 cents. It is true that she is a survivor of years of abuse, still learning to process what happened to her and who is responsible. It is also true and well documented that I stood up for her and tried and stop the damage being done to her and countless others. I wish her continued healing and peace as she continues not only find her voice, but hopefully require accountability from those closest to her. Now,
her aunt, R&B.
So I think she hitting on the mama and dad, which we all over that time felt kind of the same way. Like, how your daughter over there every day and every night outside of making music time and nobody knows. This is all alleged. We went through this whole run through back in the day. If you was around,
Raised a red flag about a possible inappropriate relationship.
I don't think they believed her because there were no obvious signs of what was actually taking place.
Raised a red flag about.
Yeah, but that's it. Like she said, she trying to look. You can't move on till you face the fact, right? You can't have no shame. So that's that. Did I miss anybody before we get into Nicki? Okay, so let's get into Nicki because I watched Nicki too. Now, Nicki sat down with Katie Miller. Now, we're going to kind of scan through the video. I did do time steps because it's a 45-minute video, but I think I got all the important things, like why she into politics, questions for Trump that she did. She spoke about trans views, deportation. So let's get into the important things, okay? Shout out to me for doing time stamps. Whoop, whoop. Grown. I grown, y'all. Let's go. All right. So Miss Katie Miller had the sit down with Nicki Minaj. And if you remember her face, she was at the White House when Nicki was there, and they did the beads in the trap spin around thing. So this is her. So I'm not going to bore y'all with this. I told you it's 45 minutes long. If you don't watch the whole thing, you can. I'm going to start us at 3 minutes because this is her stepping into politics. Okay. So
The first time I said it out loud or texted it was during the last campaign, the presidential campaign, this last one. I saw something and I texted someone I knew right away. And I said, this is a mistake. And I also said, all of this is making me want to get into politics. So the last thing that really did it was me seeing certain things, the campaign, this recent campaign, presidential campaign, and knowing that I could help because the things that I was saying, it was happening. Like I was saying, oh, this is a bad idea, or this is a good idea, or and the things I was saying.
So she asked her, how did you get into politics? She said the last campaign, there were some things. Nicki never, ever really was direct on the politics part. Now, it is other things she did get into that I just thought that was important. Let's go ahead and go to 5 minutes. Let's go. Let's start here.
Issue specifically, like, drew you in the most? Is it immigration? Is it the economic policy? Is it religious freedoms? What specifically, answers that calling that you talk about?
Definitely, religious freedom is something that's very important to me. But if I'm being honest, President Trump. Yes, because when I saw how he was being treated over and over and over, I just couldn't handle it. Like, because I felt that same, a lot of that bullying and the smear campaigns and all of the lying, I felt that had been done to me for so many years. And I was watching it in real time happen to someone else. And I didn't think he deserved it. And it made me think, I can't.
So she got into it more because of Trump and because he was being bullied. Now, I think she's doing she wants y'all to kind of fill in and figure out all the things that we already know. So,
do this anymore.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever spoken with President Trump?
I have. During the last campaign, I spoke to him briefly. I forgot exactly directly. And I said, do you have a problem with the LGBT community?
Now, this is the part when she said that she spoke to Trump and she asked him questions. Do you have a problem with the LGBTQ? And do. So I'm just getting us to the parts that's been dividing a lot of people because they don't understand. So the fact that she's explaining herself, and this lady actually was direct. Katie Miller asked her the questions that people really wanted to know. I just think this is the important part for us politics.
And I asked him if he had a problem with the Jewish community. And I asked him about women's rights. And he gave me wonderful answers to all of them, to where I knew that he respected me and he respected my fan base. And it was very, very thoughtful questions and just honest. And that's the thing with him. He just is an authentic human being,
Now, much as I love Nicki, I feel like she was putting a little cherry on top, and she was saucing it up a little bit, especially when it came to Trump talking about being genuine. She asked him about LGBTQ, Jewish people, and women's rights. She only left out black people, but she'll get to that later, okay? Ain't no telling what Trump told her. If it sounded good to her, that's why she here right now. What else? Let's go to 850 because she spoke on trans views. Okay? Because, like I said, it's 45 minutes, okay? Let's go.
Out of myself in a lot of ways. So, no, he called Gavin Newsome, and I thought it was hilarious. But it was a long time ago when he made that up. Mm-hmm. And he's, that's been his thing for a long time. And so when I was about to acknowledge him, recently, of course, I was going to call him Newsome. It was already branded, in my opinion.
What is some of the policies in California, given you've spent a lot of time there, that makes you think Gavin Newsom is Gavin Newsom? Is it the mass amount of illegal immigration and tax dollars being spent for legal and healthcare? Is it the failure to rebuild homes in the Palisades? Is it just pro-trans ideology and pushing that on kids in schools? What stands out the most to you?
And I'm glad you asked that, because I want to make it clear. I personally don't have an issue with the trans part of the LGBT at all. I am the biggest advocate for adults being able to do whatever the heck they want to do. They're adults. I don't care. I only mentioned something because when it comes to children, I wouldn't even allow my 17-year-old daughter to get breast implants. Neither, like, and most 99% of the parents would not let their 17-year-old child get breast implants. So if you wouldn't let a child get breast implants, you're not going to want them to have any kind of surgery, because we all know the brain is not developed. And we've heard about 19 times more likely to commit suicide. What more do you need to know? That a child is 19 times more likely to commit suicide if they have a surgery before they're an adult? So I just wanted to make that clear, because, you know, of course, I don't judge, you know, adults with, you know, they can do whatever they.
And I don't know how true the numbers are. Maybe somebody in the community, trans community, can do the research and have that conversation. When people start throwing out numbers, I just be like, okay, I don't know how much of it is true, but it sounds good. But I do believe her. Of course, we don't think Nicki Minaj got a problem with trans people, okay? We know that that's really her fan base too. I feel like it came out wrong on the You know, they didn't do a whole breakdown, so I felt like this was an important part. She said it was about the kids.
With Newsom, it's the fact that with everything you said, but then having the audacity to be playing on Twitter, obsessed with Trump, trying to be Trump.
Now, this is her talking about Gavin Newsom, so you know she gonna dog him out. She did drag him, but I'm gonna skip to 12, 13, because then we're gonna get on deportation, okay? What she said, the problem, let me see.
Americans are so big on loyalty, and that just showed us all you do not have a loyal bone in your body.
Okay.
So I had to show him who's boss on Twitter.
So good. You came to this country.
I ain't gonna lie, they was cute, y'all. They was real cute. Katie did her thing, though. I thought I was gonna hate her and she was gonna do this big push for Republican MAGA type stuff, but she just really asked the questions straightforward.
When you were little, as an immigrant, what are your thoughts on the Trump administration's approach to illegal immigration and deportations?
Well, if I had a business or a home or anything, and someone was there one day when I walked downstairs to cook breakfast or something, I would have them kicked out of my home because I didn't invite them. And this is my private home. So the president has to treat the United States as if it's his private home. People all around the world have to respect the policies of the country and the administration. Therefore, to my immigrants, who I love very much, I love my immigrants, I'm an immigrant, but how can you tell a president not to enforce a law that simply says you have to be legal to get in the country? Now, what people don't understand is there are spies, there are things that we don't know about, but that, but that the administration and that security knows about, people who have to secure the country. Mm-hmm. So a person coming in illegally to the country, they could be there to do anything. You do not know. They have to be vetted. There's nothing wrong with that. It would be so stupid of any country to have an open door policy where people are not vetted. You don't imagine having somebody that you do not know in your home and you don't know anything about them. We do background checks for everything. You don't think there needs to be a background check to get in the country? So, I don't know. That may have come off too harsh, but
I think it was a good explanation. You could have been harder.
Okay.
How has illegal immigration impacted the Black?
Now, I'm speeding this up again But you know how slow Nicki talks. That whole thing we just watched was already sped up. Okay, so that'll tell you enough. So what was next? She got on the kids fund. So I'm just trying to answer our question. I'm off kids. What was the kids? 50. Okay. I'm up.
To join President Trump on stage and speak up?
Well, because obviously, well, I'm a Black woman, so I think about all of the things that go on in communities that are predominantly Black, where there are so many.
This is her giving the money at the place for the Barbs and the kids fund she talking about.
Intelligent children, so many creative, bright children that simply didn't get a head start in life, you know? And so when I saw the Trump accounts thing being talked about the first day the president ever spoke on it with Dell, I was just like, wow, like I love this idea. Like it's money that's going to be growing as, you know, as they're getting older, it's collecting interest so my big thing is financial literacy, because you could teach a person everything in the world, but if they don't know how to manage money, if they don't know what the financial world really entails, then they'll get it and lose it. So what is the point? You know, like look at all these, you know, artists in the public eye that have had so much money one minute and then nothing another minute. So I just think, especially for children in the inner cities, children who weren't born rich or weren't born middle class even, that they get to now have something to look forward to when they're getting older. You know, they'll be having even money growing, which could potentially go into their college tuition, etc. But just creating little businessmen and businesswomen. That's ultimately why I love it. And I think one of the things people love about President Trump is that he is a businessman, but he also gives insight on how you too can be a businessman and businesswoman. You know, so it's pretty cool.
Do you think our schools are teaching that? Do you think our schools are well serving students right now in the country?
Okay, I'm gonna skip on up one more thing and we done. Like I said, if y'all want the whole thing, y'all gonna have to do that on y'all time. I watched this whole thing. I was just waiting, like I said, to see if there was gonna be any crazy rhetoric, some crazy MAGA push or something like that. But like I said, Nicki Minaj really doesn't talk politics. She got the things that she's passionate about. It's the things that we all been saying. Why you do this? How she get in politics? How you feel about deportation? How you feel about trans people? What's going on with your kids' fund? And one more thing. What was the last thing? They start asking her questions about, wait a minute.
My dignity and my glam.
Would you rather get caught liking your own thirst trap or accidentally send a screenshot to the person you took a screenshot of?
Liking my own thirst trap.
What's a conspiracy theory that you believe in? Today's mine's the chemtrails. The chemtrails in the sky.
Oh, okay, what about it?
Okay, this is like my thing, is that people believe that it's seeding the clouds to change the weather. And so on the social medias, like in the past few days right before the big weather storm, everyone's taking photos of like how the skies look so chemtraily from like the planes, you know, that they leave the streaks behind. And everyone believes that's like chemtrails, like the government.
If y'all watch this up close, Nicki eyes is to the side like, what the hell are you talking about?
Government seeding the sky to change the weather. And so right before the big storm, everyone's like, look, the government's at it again, seeding the weather. You've never heard this one?
I've heard about it, but I don't know about that. I don't know if it is or isn't.
That one's my favorite one right now. You know, like other conspiracy theories, like did we actually land a man on the moon? Did the president get the elections?
I don't think we landed on the moon.
You don't?
No.
I asked Elon this one. He said we did indeed land on the moon. Who's more likely to survive the Hunger Games, Roman or Barbie?
Roman.
What song instantly puts you in a good mood?
Any song by Whitney Houston.
What's your specific hype song?
I would say Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Okay, she won trivia. If you've been here, you know I love Whitney Houston. That's my mother. Y'all call Nicki mother. I call Whitney mother. Dance with Somebody is one of my favorite songs. You'll hear it if you stay around. But I just wanted to get that little plug in because she said my song. I was like, look at my sister. Okay, Whitney Houston, Dance with Somebody forever. That's really it I had on the docket for real. Only other thing, you know, how Bill Gates was in Epstein's files, right? And they said that he had to get some medicine for his wife. So they had a conversation with the wife. I want to show y'all real fast. Real fast. Let me see. Did I bring it up? If I brought it up. If I got to look for it, don't worry about it, okay? You know what? I actually got 2 more stories, and I'm going to do them because I usually just say I'll wait till tomorrow and I don't do them. Lil Russell. Now, I don't know if y'all know who Lil Russell is. Let me explain to you who Lil Russell is. Lil Russell is a West Coast rapper. I know you've seen him. He's an independent rapper. He been going 30 days strong. He wanted to sell 100,000 records. Basically, I catch him on X because anybody who's pushing their own brand and independence and stuff like that and really hustling, I'm always bigging them up. I'm always going to support. So he wanted to sell 100,000 records. He didn't. He was pushing all this stuff about being independent. Then boom, pop up. Here comes Jay-Z. Jay-Z took him to dinner. Okay, which is no big deal. Everybody thinking he just finna have a sit down with him, talk about a game plan and stuff like that. Then we find out, a day later, Lil Russell was signed to Rock Nation. And people really talking bad about it. He talked all this shit about labels. Okay, I've been watching Lil Russell. Lil Russell, people been buying his album. The highest I saw was like $18,000. Snoop Dogg, I think, bought a $10,000 one. Kyrie Irving bought like $11,000 album because he been independent and they want to keep pushing him. So I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe he got some type of distribution through it, or they got some type of good deal or whatever. I don't know, but they call him a hypocrite just like everybody else. So people gonna do what's best for them. It's not just Nicki. Let's talk about what people saying. So Lil Russell talked all that shit about labels and how they scam artists and even created an avenue for independent artists to actually make a coin from their music. He did. He been doing backyard boogies, selling, giving tickets. You just pay what you want. He been live every day in his garage playing his music. But it say just to sign the Rock Nation. One thing these niggas gonna do is sell themselves to the highest bidder. And somebody else said, can't lie, I am disappointed that my man Lil Russell signed the Rock Nation or any major label for that matter. But I can never tell a man how to feed his family. That's how I feel too. His energy is positive, very. His independence is what made me a fan. Shoot, he inspired me. Please don't change. That's really all you can ask. But I know some of y'all don't know who he is. But everybody got something to say. I was shocked too. When he had to sit down, I said, no. Because you know he coming. And he had a tiny desk a little while ago. I don't know if y'all saw it. That's it. Hit it sideways on this track. I might hit some. But it's West Coast, so you know it's bounce music. It always sound like that, but he is an inspiration. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because he built his whole brand on this independence. I could do it myself. I don't need nobody to push me. You know what I'm saying? I got my own fans, and that's what he did. And being with Jay-Z too, and I'm going to just be a conspiracy theorist right quick, but you know Jay-Z don't like Never mind. I ain't even gonna get into that because that's not what it's about. But that's really it. I had to bring Lil Russell up though, because nobody say nothing. Okay. What'd you say? Oh, thank you, Cora. I tried. I wanted y'all to be able to watch it, but who want to sit there for 45 minutes? Nicki was talking so slow. I had to speed it up to 135, and she sounded normal, didn't she? That was 135. That's my sister. We got the same mother, Whitney Houston. So that's it, y'all. I'm done for the night. Okay, the shift is over. I'm finna go eat this steak my dad had it uncooked. My kids chilling. So I hope y'all say y'all prayers. Have a good night. I love you. Thank you, Glory Family. Thank you to all my friends and family. If you subscribed here, we are friends and family, okay? Even if you didn't know it, now you know it. Get on your fence and subscribe, okay? I love you either way. See you soon. Love you, baby.